Hello and welcome at my channel. This is the Nerd Knits, and today I'm going to show you how to work a 3-color Ladderback Jacquard within a colorwork sock. So whoever has never seen that, this is my prototype, and this is how a Ladderback Jacquard looks from the inside. As you can see, it's like a spider web almost, with this single column of knit stitches and a lot of yarn strands beneath those. They are not visible from the outside. So this is how we do this. I have brought 3 colors, obviously. This is my color 1, the light one. I do have color 2, which is the red one, also in the pattern, and I have this one as color 3. So I prepared a little cuff, almost, and I'm going to knit the first 2 flower squares, so basically one of those. So first steps first, we need to add the second color and do some regular stitches, 5 in total, so that's what I'm going to do. So I'm just starting knitting, and here we go. So I need 5 of those. So here we go. After those 5 stitches, we will have the first ladderback, and this is the setup row. So we need to create the ladderback stitch first, and we do this first of all with this strand of yarn that's still hanging from the work here, and we are going to use the red one. So here we go, and we're going to do a backwards loop with those 2. I always find the easiest way to do so is to have it around the finger and just going from the back and doing this straight. What is important is that the blue color here, that the one that's not used for this ladderback stitch, is coming in front of the backwards loop that we just created. So that's the first ladderback stitch. We now have one more blue stitch, so that's one of the live stitches, again one that we will be seeing, and now we have 3 green ones, 3 regular green ones, so stitches that will be seen in the future. I'm going to let them go just for now for demonstration purposes. Usually I have all 3 colors on one hand. I prefer to have color 1 to the left and then the other 2 more to the left, trying to distribute that one upon my finger. Works sometimes better, sometimes worse. So 3 green ones and 1 more blue. Now, having those strands at the back, it's important to have them quite loose, so if you distribute those stitches a little bit, those should be now be able to stretch out, so they should be a little loose when they're all sitting right next to each other, so otherwise the sock will be too tight. So 1 blue, and now we will have to do another ladderback stitch, again in green and red, because we will be continuing with the blue section. So we're going to get those 2 yarns again. Now you can see that that there will be a rather long piece of yarn between those 2 ladderback stitches, and a shorter one between the green one. So do another backwards loop here, making sure that the blue color is in front, which it is, and then just continue with 5 more blue stitches. So let's finish off this first row. So there's a lot of blue in this first row, a lot of green and red. ladderback stitches, making sure that the blue is in front, which it is. 5 more blue. And now we are at a place where we won't be continuing knitting the regular stitches in blue, but we will be continuing with green. So we do have a ladderback stitch with red only. So I'm taking the red color now. I need to make sure that this is untangled, which is a little bit of a hassle in the first few rows, but it gets better. But yeah. So we have to create a red ladderback stitch and make sure that both green and blue are in front. So that's how we do this. And now I'm continuing with 3 green stitches. Come on. It's not so easy to work around the camera. 2 blue stitches. Also here making sure that it's not too tight behind. And now we have another ladderback in green and red. Four more blue. And then usually, of course, the row would go on. I only cast on 29 stitches instead of 74. So I'm going to do another ladderback here at this place just to be able to continuing then. So here we go. So this is the setup row. As you can see, we can see all the ladderback stitches. They are right now not visible as web from the inside, but they will be later on. So we continue now with the second row. So the first real ladderback stitches will happen now. And we start with a blue stitch. I'm going to tuck this one because this is of course the beginning of the pattern, so it needs a little bit of persuasion to stay in place. So we have the blue stitch, then we have 4 green ones. So that's where the pattern got its name from. So, okay, 4 green stitches. And now we will be switching to blue here with this this stitch. So we have a ladderback stitch in red only. To do so, we will bring all 3 yarns to the front, and then purl the stitch, making sure that we have both loops here if there's 2 loops. And just purling them, which means that those 2 will be in front more or less automatically. So then we do have 2 more in blue. I'm using the wrong blue. Oh, it's okay. I'm not. 2 more in blue. 2 blue. 1 green. Making sure that this end will go off. 2 blue, and then another ladderback stitch will already follow. So we have those ladderback stitches every 5 stitches. It's again a red and a green ladderback stitch here, and we will be knitting it again in red. So taking all 3 yarns, strands of yarn to the front, and purling it with red only. So that's how it works. So those 2 are in front. There's 1 new purl stitch here, and as you can already see here, it basically vanishes behind the knitting stitches. so it will be seen from the inside as a knit stitch, those ladderbacks, and therefore form this net that we've seen in this sock. Yeah, so that's how it works. Let's go on and finish this round with 4 more green, a blue one, another ladderback in red, five green ones, and now, as we will be continuing with green, we're going to do this ladderback in red and black. So bringing all 3 yarn strands to the front and purling with red and blue, and then continuing with the green here. 5 more stitches in green. One more in blue and red here. 3 green. And 1 blue to finish this pattern off. And then do this additional ladderback that we don't have in the original one, just here for demonstration purposes. So I'm starting round 3 now. I won't finish it. It's it'll be a short tutorial. So 1 blue and 4 green ones, and then we will return to this first stitch. So we have this stitch here, and we can already see, we can still see it, yes, but doing a red and a blue ladderback stitch now, and continuing it in green, and then I finish off this needle, and then we'll have a look at that one. So 1 green, 1 blue, 1 green, 1 blue. I think I made a mistake now somewhere. It's okay. And finish that needle off with the ladderback stitch here. So what we can see is that it is still visible, at least a little bit, but the further down it gets, the less visible it becomes. And now you can see it from the inside that there's this column of knit stitches forming already. This is of course from the beginning, from the setup row here, but that's how it will be looking like. Yeah, so that's ladderback with 3 colors. Have fun, don't tangle too much. See you.